Fitness Talk. Wine is serious business.
So
one of us does it right, one of us does it wrong.
You'll get there.
We'll see.
You're on the
We'll
on the track, Dan.
Little by little.
Yeah. Hey Ashley. You got a head bump. That means it's on.
That's a good time. At least they're not fighting.
All right.
Hello, Internet. I'm Dan.
And I'm Chaz. And this is Wine is Serious Business. What episode are we on?
Episode 128 tonight.
All right.
Back on the search for the great American Riesling. It's been months.
Yeah, it's been a
and
while.
I feel bad about that. Chaz feels bad about that. This is one of the things that we consider a part of our identity, and so it's really good that we're getting back to it. Who knows? Maybe there'll be more cat drama this week.
There will probably be some cat drama.
Back on topic. We've got some Rieslings on hand. These are both ones that I've tried before. Continuing the search for the great American Riesling. These are both from Oregon. We've got some from Methven, who I don't believe I've had Riesling before I discovered this one, and some from Teutonic Wine Company, who Chaz and I have both known for a while.
Yeah.
Big fans of. Enough so that that's worth even noting in advance. Like, we love these folks, so it's definitely getting that positive bump from how I feel about it. These guys are brand new.
I've had great experiences with Methven wines in the past.
Have you had Riesling from them before?
I want to say I haven't had the Riesling, or if I have, I didn't think too fondly of it in the past, but their Pinots were always very good.
Yeah, so. Solid place, and I came across it at the on Eola Amity Equinox event. Mm-hmm. So just kind of like an AVA tasting, and they were pouring that, and I'm like, man, that's solid. We should get it on a show. Let's start out with the Methven, because I think it's a little softer. I think the Teutonic's big acidity, good risk of washing out whatever comes behind it.
All right.
What do we have here? Willamette Valley Riesling 2009. Oh, I didn't even know that when I picked that up. That's really interesting.
It's a little older?
Yeah, a little older.
Okay.
For Rieslings, right? 2011s are starting to hit the market now.
What am I looking for here? I'm looking for the alcohol percentage. Oh, 13.2. Wow.
Yeah.
So probably a full dry.
But kind of nice nose, like little floral, a little bit of smashed red apple there.
Yeah, there's the smashed apple is full on the nose.
A little bit of something like maybe like clover, just a touch of something like herbal or...
There's something there. Yeah.
Grassy is way too strong. That's not it, but there's something in that direction.
Something a little funky there too. I don't know. Not a bad way. It's like I'm trying to come up with it. I can't come up with it. That's the problem here.
I can sort of see that. I can sort of see that. Maybe a little cheese, like little cheese or something.
Maybe, but it's like almost like old apples. Like they fell off the tree.
Sure.
And they brown just a little bit, but they're not gross.
Right.
There's just a little bit of age.
Probably a little bit of 2009, right? Probably a little bit of that showing.
Yeah. Cool.
Gentle acidity right away. And like I said, I've only had this once before, so all right. I'm nice to see that it lives up to my experience. The age is definitely played in where it's softer, but the acidity kind of settles in on the back, drying things out with boy, I used the word firm, but just barely. I was struggling with whether that's okay or not. It's got a little firm touch in the very corners of the mouth, but it's a soft Riesling in general.
Man, there's a lot of lift and flavor. Like once you swallow it, you got those apples, but there's like a lot of, it's almost like tropical flavors that sort of come out of it.
Sure.
Like I got like a little bit of a pineapple juice thing going on.
Yeah, that's good. I was trying to figure out what that...
Maybe a little bit of cantaloupe.
Yep, it's not like mango. It's not quite that rich, no. But pineapple, I think, is really there.
And yeah, cool. It's delicious.
Right,
it's
and
really
it's
good.
Clean, right? Like no alcohol problems. There's none of that bitterness you sometimes get with Riesling. Yeah, like definitely on the softer side. Again, the age is definitely playing through, right? Where the apples, even, well, I won't say quite like the ones under the tree. They're definitely, again, on the softer side, a little more mature.
Yeah.
Softer red apples.
And where we tend to see some of these Rieslings with like really strong acidity, this one, the acidity is just there to sort of back up the fruit, and the fruit is definitely in the forefront here, and totally enjoyable. Like this is really well done. Awesome.
Really getting the cantaloupe now.
It's cool. That's why I was really surprised after I tasted it. Like, man, the flavors in this are awesome. Really good. It's a fatter style. It's a little plumper. Definitely the acidity's having a hard time framing it in, but super enjoyable. 89 points for me. Yeah.
Wow.
I like it.
Showing the love. I'm gonna.
It's good. You know how I like my big wines.
You do, man. making me second guess myself, which I shouldn't do. I'm going to stick with 87 points. But I'm feeling it. Just good things going on, and I look forward to trying more Riesling from these guys in the future. Especially even just like new vintages and stuff like that. I could see this being one to watch.
So the nose is a little mute right on the pop and pour here, but man, the palate is good.
That's true. Yes, our little qualification, right? These were opened moments before we started recording.
Yeah.
And they just came out of Chaz's wine fridge, which is what do you keep that
62
at?
degrees.
62 degrees. All right. Which seems about right. Like I have no desire to boy, I wish this were warmer or colder. I think this is right on point right here.
Yeah.
So.
That's where I like to drink my whites. I was big time into drinking my whites at room temperature for a long time, and after having enough bad experiences with Rhone whites at room temperature, I was just no, start chilling on your whites.
Expensive Rhone whites.
Expensive. Never making that mistake again. Yeah, so slight chill, even sometimes on my red wines, not a bad thing. So
that's true. It's, and some of the Rieslings I like do just fine at room temp, but I prefer even to let them come up to that, to start a little cooler, because every once in a while you get something where it's a little rough, and I even want to chill it down more. I'll put it back in the refrigerator, chill it down, make it a little easier, kind of round off some of those harsh edges.
oh yeah.
And then if it's doing great, just let it warm up. You get all the nuance that's there. If the balance is already intact, you can really enjoy it. The aromatics on this are explosive.
I think when Matt and I went to that tasting at Mount Tabor,
Yeah.
there was one bottle of this left, and I went to grab it, and Matt got it first, and I was like, I want that. He was
Oh, that's why he was bragging about that.
yeah, I was like, God damn it, give me that bottle of wine. I want it. He was like, no, it's mine. It's mine.
It's brand new release, 2007 Riesling from the Teutonic Wine Company. This is the
2011.
2007. Did I say 7?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 2011. This is the Crow Valley Vineyard. They did a lot of individual vineyard bottlings and individual style bottlings. Part of it's because 2011 was a crazy year, right? There's a lot of variation with ripeness, and instead of blending it all together to make one generally pleasing Riesling or generally pleasing white wine, they were really focused on what they wanted to deliver. Went out there and barrel tasted, and it was Barnaby the winemaker's climbing over barrels and whatever to get into a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They've got a Pinot Gris that they harvested in November. That's a little sweeter style, but a lot of interesting things going on. So, 2011 Riesling, Crow Valley.
Don't they do a skin macerated Pinot Gris similar to Johann?
I don't think so.
Is it Teutonic that does that?
I don't think they do.
Some of the companies.
Yeah,
does.
a few. Big Table Farm does it.
Oh, Big Table Farm.
That's
That's
the
one.
one. But
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They do a Chasselas, which has Chaz written on the barrel with an S. So that's
Rare.
yeah.
I see what you're talking about. The aromatics.
Just
This is pleasing.
jumping out of the glass. Yeah, I don't know my flowers too well. I would lean towards violets and limes, some kind of fancy salad, like some $15 salad. You got violets and limes scooped over the top.
This does smell like something freshly green with lime just squeezed all over it.
Full, leaving a little bit of the lime peel in there, yeah.
This just
green
smells
apple.
rad.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit sort of like a white, reminds me of a white flower or something like that. I don't know. I don't know my flowers either. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
It's good. It's good stuff.
Man, it smells delicious.
Acidity hits down right when it touches the palate, zipping all over the place, front to back, really, really lively, drying out with force in the end. But those floral notes on the nose actually come into play on the palate pretty early, which is crazy.
Just a lot of flavor intensity here, and a lot of the acidity blankets the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor blankets the tongue. It's delicious. It's really good.
Getting full on, pretty much perfectly ripe, green apples, or even towards the Braeburn apples, maybe a little touch of red.
Yeah.
Just good, I'm going to say rich apple flavors in that they're complex and kind of full, but that acidity is there all the time, so it's not syrupy, it's not heavy richness in any sense. It's just good full fruit, adding, you know, those floral notes adding some complexity, the acidity adding some firm backbone to it. And again, not the bitterness that I see, especially when you get into these really acidic wines. I think there's a risk of that, and I'm not really sure where it comes from, but it's not coming through. It's just strong acidity drying out, like sinking right into your teeth, and really making you want to go for another sip. And where that little bit of richness in the middle, you know, really satisfies that craving, it's just like boom, 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 like
Yeah.
pound right through it.
Totally. Does this have a little bit of sugar in it at all, or is it completely dry? It's
Probably
9.5%. So it might have a little touch of sugar, and that's like, it tastes like biting into like a perfectly ripe green apple or a Granny Smith.
Yeah.
Like it's got that with like a lime squeezed over the top of it. And
Yeah.
just it's that combined with the way the acidity comes across and the feel on the palate. I love the way it feels, like when you're swishing around your mouth. Whereas there's a definite like a little bit of weight here. Like this is like lighter, but still it has a more elegant touch. It's really good. It's really, really good. Wow.
And I've tasted this before. This is actually showing about as well as I've ever tasted it.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, I'm gonna go 90 points even on it right now. Rock solid. It's just smoky, and I really love this show because both of these wines I could wholeheartedly recommend, because I know a lot of people who, you know, the acidity becomes a little too much for them pretty quickly. And if that bothers you, if acidity in Riesling is a problem, I mean, that's not the cliche problem, but I know people who have that. This is a great option because it's softer, still delivers nice flavors. You know, I love the acidity. I love pulling my lips back and making me smile, sinking into the teeth a little bit. Complexity in both cases is solid.
Yeah, easily. And I just like everything about this one. Yeah, the sugar is fantastically done here, paired with the acidity and the flavors. Yeah. It tastes like you're biting into fruit. Like you're eating fruit when you're drinking this wine. It's just really well done. 91 plus for me, on par with my favorite Rieslings of all of Oregon.
Of our entire show, right?
Yeah,
one of the best American Rieslings you've had. Yeah,
it's really good. Very good.
Excellent, excellent. Man, I'm glad we decided we were waffling back. Do we do a Pinot Noir show tonight? Do we do a Riesling show? It's been too long since we did a Riesling show.
Yeah.
And these wines were ready. These wines were ready. So, man, that was a great time. We're going to stumble. Oh, question of the day. What was that new amazing app you just discovered?
Wow. Flipbook.
No, Flipboard.
Flipbook.
Right? Wasn't
No,
it?
it's Flipbook. Let me look.
Oh, this is good. This is going to be on camera.
Totally.
Because I Googled it. He was raving about it today, and I'm
called
like, man.
Flipboard. God damn it.
All right, so this amazing app that like it's only on the iPad, I think, but it integrates all of your social media stuff into some page-turning time sync, which it's beautiful and accessible. Yeah, go ahead.
It turns any news that you like. You can tell it what news you want to see, like, you know, politics, travel, whatever. Combine that with all of your social media, turn it into a newspaper or a magazine that you can flip through on your iPad, and that's essentially what it does. It puts out all of it in one place. It's amazing. So.
And it looks really great. Like, I don't have an iPad, so I'm not going to be using it, but I'm impressed at how it looks. So, easy question of the day then. What app has really caught your attention? What's been striking?
Yeah, what's your favorite app? That's a good one.
You know, yeah, because I mean, this is a chance for us to pick up on something new.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's been anything that's really caught my attention. You know, they just released Instagram for Android.
Awesome.
I've been having a lot of fun with that, so it's a cheap answer, but I'm going to give that. Fun show, man.
What's your we'll post them up, but what's your Instagram handle?
Dan Johnson, where the O's are zeros. So
I'm Grip and Sip. So I post hashtag Wine is Serious Business, typically with wines from the show or just stuff we're drinking.
And I should do that more often too. Most of my stuff on there is wine related.
If it's a bottle of wine, hashtag it Wine is Serious.
Give us your Instagram handles.
Yeah,
well, we'd like to add some of you to our follow list too. So awesome show, man! This turned out to be a really good time. Thanks for watching.
See you guys later.